The evils of commercialism are poisoning even the Sonic universe. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother and welcome back to Sonic Generations. In the last episode, we took on the third stage of the game, which was Sky Sanctuary, and saved our good buddy Knuckles the Echidna right here. In this episode, we're going to not only take on the challenge gates that are necessary to get into the next area, but we're also going to be able to take on this era's rival battle, which is Metal Sonic. Yeah, after you unlock all the challenge gates, you'll come up here and notice that Metal Sonic is guarding this really nice purple-looking Chaos Emerald. So let's go ahead and take it from him if we could do that. That'd be nice. Sonic, talk to the guy. I know you're shy, but come on. I will battle you as many times as it is necessary. And, oh man, look at him. He's taunting us right now. He's got the palms out like, come on, bro. You gonna do anything about it? Huh? Come on, let's fight. And, of course, we're gonna do something about it. We're freaking Sonic the Hedgehog, man. And that Chaos Emerald is mine. I swear it. So, we have a rival battle against our good friend, or perhaps our good enemy, Metal Sonic. Ah, geez, this guy is coming at us with everything he's got, isn't he? He's supercharged electrically, and he's destroying the platforms out from underneath our feet, so we need to handle ourselves very carefully and take this guy out as quickly as possible. And, ooh, the wreckage right there. Sonic is moshing through this guy right now, but, yeah, this is a fight against Metal Sonic, and can we avoid this ridiculously powerful, difficult-to-avoid electric attack? Let's see. You have to sort of hang back towards the left side of the screen, and yes, we can. So, this guy, tired as he might be from that Hyper Beam-esque attack, we can just smack him right in the face and continue on. That's 2 hits already, but yeah, before we get into the mechanics of the fight, I just really like to say that I really like the fact that they included this battle, and that you play it as classic Sonic, because you didn't really get, like, Sonic CD level. They couldn't really fit that into the classic era stages. It's really nice that they have this here, because that's the game that Metal Sonic originated from, I believe, was Sonic CD. And it's a nice homage that we have classic Sonic fighting a classic rival. Unfortunately, we don't get, like, Metal... Oh, boy, that looks dangerous. Okay, get me out of here. How do I avoid you? I want to go up on those platforms there. Okay. Ah, so terrifying, man. But, yeah, unfortunately, we don't get Metal Overlord or, like, a more modern rendition of Metal Sonic either, but that does it for that battle. Boom! And Sonic with the kick to the face. Metal Sonic, you are done, son. And I think we did that fairly quickly, actually. Yeah, looks like we got ourselves an S rank. Man, I'm just as surprised as you are, Sonic. And so, there we go, the first rival battle of the game is done, and we got ourselves the big purple Chaos Emerald. Legend says collecting all 7 will cause a mysterious power to emerge, and for those of you who know the very first thing about Sonic games, you should know exactly what that is talking about. But now it is up to us to do the challenge gates of Green Hill, and I just want to mention, I know Metal Sonic's not really supposed to have a mouth or anything like that, but... those screws on the side of his face, don't they look like cute little chubby cheeks to view? I've never been able to unsee that, and maybe now you'll never be able to unsee it either. And Metal Sonic is just such an adorable fella, isn't he? But yeah, challenge gates, you have to do one of them for every zone that you play through in order to unlock that key cloaked in shadow. So, let's see, what is this stage? See the description of it, and they are all variations on the zone that you're playing them in. Jump Rush. Master the jump panels as you bounce your way to the goal within the time limit. Doesn't sound especially appealing to me, but they are all different challenges. For example, this one is like a Shadow Doppelganger race, I believe. I don't know. Did they edit the levels for these ones? Either way, I'm going to play through this one for Green Hill, and then we can try something else for Chemical Plant and for Sky Sanctuary. And here we go with the Doppelganger race in Green Hill, and it actually looks really similar to the original level, so maybe we're just playing the same thing again, but you know what? I'm fine with that. I love this level, I love this game, and you know what? A speed and exhilaration of my Sonic games, I am totally for that. And I'm sorry if I, accidentally, unconsciously tend towards modern Sonic when I'm doing these challenge gates, but he's my preferred style of gameplay, man. The speed, the power, the exhilaration, I can barely even handle it, and I totally love it. And you know what? I really love the Sonic series in general. A lot of people point out to me that, hey, your channel name is Third Mario Brother. Why do you play so much Sonic? And man, is it such a sin for a man to love both Mario and Sonic? I love both series in different ways. Not necessarily equally, not necessarily unequally. So, I don't really quantify it. I never really... Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. In the past, I did... When I was, like, younger, I did quantify it, in fact. I always, I felt not really dirty just playing Sonic games, but dirty whenever I liked Sonic games, or if I liked a particular Sonic game more than Mario games, because I began my history as a gamer playing Super Mario 64 when I was like 3 years old on the Nintendo 64. But over time, as I got a GameCube and stuff like that, I got Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes, and I started loving those games so much, and I noticed I was playing them more than Mario games, and oh my gosh, how could I do that? My history is with Mario, man. I was like cheating on him or something. But it was kind of funny, actually, because I would always feel bad playing Sonic games like, oh gosh, am I starting to like Sonic more than I like Mario? What's going on? Who am I becoming? And I always felt super bad about it. And I even told my dad once, and because he'd only ever played Mario, he was like, wait, you're starting to like Sonic more than you like Mario? And he was really surprised by it, and he seemed a little bit jarred by it even, and it was kind of weird. But you know what? For the people who think there's actually still some huge war going on between Sonic and Mario, there's not. You got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. You got them appearing in Smash Bros. Together. This isn't the Genesis era anymore. There's no need to compete between the games. You can love both. You can love both equally. You can love one more than the other. It doesn't really matter. And perhaps I overuse the word love or something like that. I really have no idea. But yeah, it was when I was a kid and I started playing like the Chao Garden in Sonic Adventure 2, and I noticed that I was playing hours and hours and hours of this game. I was like, okay, maybe it's just for the Chao or something like that. Then Sonic Heroes came along, and the fast-paced style of that game, oh my god, I could not get over that. I fell in love with that. And it was at that moment that I realized, oh my gosh, I really like Sonic, guys. Not that this is like a big moment in history or anything, but it was like a split between Mario and Sonic. And it's kind of interesting because my channel was originally created to make Super Mario 64 machinimas. Yeah, I was going to make those cinematic machinimas that people make from time to time that actually require quite a bit of effort and story planning and humor planning and stuff like that. Never really got around to it. I ended up putting up, like, some stupid YouTube poop stuff on YouTube. I mentioned that in one of my Pokemon Emerald episodes. But I never got around to the whole Super Mario 64 machinima thing. I accidentally stumbled upon a Let's Play, and that's how I got to where I am today. And you know what? I'm super grateful for it. So what did I just cover? Oh, feeling dirty about in my childhood, realizing that sometimes I like some Sonic games more than some Mario games. The fact that my dad sort of corroborated that feeling at times, and my history as a YouTuber, you know what? That will suffice for a report. I'm going to turn that into the teacher and get an A+ on it. But yeah, after you complete a challenge gate, you will get a golden bell above it. You can ring that bell and you'll get a piece of artwork or a piece of music or something like that, and it's really cool. So, complete all the challenge gates, you can get a bunch of extra stuff. And let's go ahead and go into Chemical Plant and see what the world holds for us. And I'm going to change to Classic Sonic for this one, for those of you Classic Sonic fans out there. I'm not entirely sure how many of you there are, but what is this one? Does it have a description here? No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, you have to let the game load and stare into the giant purple gate, and somehow Sonic reads from that this is an invincibility challenge, and we have to get past hordes of enemies and reach the goal in time. And you know what? Let's go for it. Haven't played this one since probably the game came out, but you know what? The invincibility power-up, I do not mind its company whatsoever. And yeah, as far as the challenge gates go, I believe that all I'm going to do are the 3 required ones, at least in the main Let's Play. If you guys are still interested after the Let's Play and want to see, like, all of them done, then go ahead and tell me after the Let's Play is all said and done, and I suppose I could go through them. There are quite a few challenge gates, though. Tons for every single... Oh, come on, Sonic. You can roll faster than that, buddy. There are a ton of challenge gates for every single level, and there are levels as both classic and modern Sonic for all of them. So, there is a lot of content in this game, actually. That was one of the complaints about Sonic Lost World, was that the game was too short. Oh, boy. That the game was too short or whatever, and apparently we're doing really badly on this one. I don't know the layout of this level or, like, of any of the challenge gates because, like I said, I haven't played them in a really, really long time. As soon as this game came out, though, I remember that I liked it so much that I played through it, like, 3 times in 2 days or something like that. I had the PS3 version originally, which is the version that I'm playing on right now, if you haven't noticed yet, and, I bought the PC version almost immediately afterward just to play through it again on like a different console, and I was like, hey, maybe someday I'll record this, and lo and behold, that prophecy came true, and it looks like we're definitely not getting the S rank on this level. And yeah, you can see up there in the corner that there's a timer, and if you complete the level in under that amount of time, you will get that specific rank. Now, I wish I could get all S ranks. I certainly wish I were that talented, but unfortunately, I am not. I am not quite the god of Sonic that I wish I were. So, maybe on these challenge gates, indicates there will be less S ranks. Although in all the main levels, I think I've gotten all S ranks so far. Ooh, I thought that was going to crush me for a minute. I was a little bit scared. Oh, God. But no, this is an invincibility challenge. And what's the point of invincibility if you can get crushed willy-nilly, man? Because invincibility doesn't block crushing. That would just crush my spirits and my dreams all simultaneously. So let's just go ahead and continue on here. And I guess one of the bad things about this level in particular is you don't get to hear the awesome chemical plant music, but instead only the invincibility music the entire time. Not that it's bad, but the whole level over may be a tad bit repetitive. Either way, there's the chemical plant challenge gate that we're going to be taking on, and we can move on to the Sky Sanctuary one. Alright, we got ourselves our golden bell, we got ourselves our saving screen, which is really intent on saving right now, and we can grab, oh, a giant music note, but how are we going to get to it? Ah, there we go, we got the song Splash Hill Zone, awesome. We can check out a lot of these out later, maybe in a bonus episode or something like that. Either way, for now, let's go ahead and switch back to Modern Sonic so that we have 2 bits of action as Modern Sonic and 2 bits of action as Classic Sonic in this video, and pick a challenge gate. I'm not sure which one I want to do. Ooh, here's one with Knuckles. Well, yeah, why not? May as well feature one of the characters. Maybe after this one I'll go back and feature Amy in a challenge game. Maybe we'll do one extra for this video. I don't know. Depends on how long it is at the very end. But yeah, Knuckles, buried treasure. We have to dig up medals. So we have sort of the return of Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventures 2's Knuckles gimmicks where we have to treasure hunt. Not quite the same, but it's a throwback. I think it's a deliberate throwback, at least. I mean, Knuckles is a treasure hunter. You would kind of expect the treasure hunting stages to be, you know, treasure-based, but maybe what I'm saying right now is completely redundant. Either way, come up to these spaces with these medals, and he will dig up a bunch of them for you, and we have to collect a certain amount and get to the goal ring in time. Now, when you're playing these stages, or at least this stage, it's really important to note that not only collecting the medals, but also getting to the goal ring adds to your time. So you have to be wary of that. You can't collect the medals and expect everything to be over with right then and there. You have to factor in the time it's going to take to get to the goal ring as well. So if you're looking for an S rank for whatever reason, if you want to show off all your fancy ranks, then keep that in mind. And I think, oh, no. I felt like I was really off with that one, but okay. Apparently we were straight on. I got a whole bunch of medals from it too. And, do we have? Nope. It's behind here. These guys are trying to trick me. They're trying to get me to dig Knuckles into a pit of fire or something like that. And though that might be comical, that's not what I'm looking to do. So let's go ahead and continue on the level. And at times it can get a little bit confusing when it's pointing to somewhere like way far ahead in the level and you're not nearly there yet. But go ahead and dig Knuckles while I take care of these robots for you. Man, making me do all the hard work while you're... Well, I suppose digging is probably pretty hard work, too. I mean, menial labor, not my favorite thing in the entire world. And this arrow, I was gonna take that path off to the right, but the arrow's pointing this way, so why not? I trust you, game. I probably shouldn't trust you, game, but I do trust you indeed. So, did we... Knuckles just kind of disappeared there, alright. Looks like he didn't dig anything up, and I think if you try to dig when there's, like, nothing there for it... Come on. Here we go. Okay, yeah, there was one over here. But when you try to dig, if there's nothing there for you, I believe Knuckles just, like, gets confused for a second. Like, God, Sonic, what are you doing? You have no idea what's going on, man. Why are you always going to play tricks on me like that? So we have 25 out of 35 medals, and I think I'm going to leave that other one. I feel like it might be a waste of time, because I believe there are more than 35 medals in this level, so we should be all right. Knuckles, come on, bro. You're like 2 feet away from the spot. You couldn't move yourself. You made me move you. God, you're so lazy. Dumb and lazy. What is going on with you right now, man? Either way, we've got another spot right here, so let's go ahead and dig. And, oh, that just gives us a little bit of extra time, so I don't know if that makes it easier for us to get an X-ray. Oh, no, 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 no! Come on, no! Dang it! Really? Really? Oh, well, we had a checkpoint right there, so I suppose it doesn't really matter all that much. And I don't think that even takes away from our S-rank capabilities, so, ooh, please don't fall off the edge. Yeah! Like I said, I'm not especially used to Modern Sonic's controls in tightly packed platforming segments, so I might get confused on even simple segments such as that one there. And it looks like one of the medals fell off the edge. What a rip, man. And I almost just fell off the edge. So let's go ahead and go up here, and yeah... Not quite there with the S rank on this one either, but oh, we have 35 coins already, or medals, or whatever they are. I don't know, they've got Knuckles' face on them, so whether they're coins or medals, they're going to be equally ugly. Just kidding, I love you, Knuckles, my good friend. But yeah, the end of the level's right here, and I'm sure if I had actually put some effort into it or practiced this once or twice, maybe I could have gotten an S rank, but you know what? For now, an A is sufficient. I do not bring dishonor to my family with an A rank or anything like that, so... Oh, man, what am I... Okay, I watched the movie Mulan for the very first time the other day, and not only has Make a Man Out of You been stuck in my head for 6 days now or something like that, but I'm picking up the speech patterns from that movie as well, apparently. So, regardless of all that, let's just go ahead and ring our bell and grab our key and continue on into the end of the world, by which I mean unlock the next world, or maybe play that one level with Amy. It's not an especially, like, terribly fun one if I'm remembering what it is correctly, but come on, man, I want the key. I want the key to your heart so that we might hang out sometimes on the weekend. And there we go, we can use them to unlock the boss gate. And I suppose we will, no. Let's go ahead and play the Amy level first. Why not? Why not? Why not? Add some extra content to it. And Amy, look at her down there. She's looking so cute. I mean, how can we not play it with her? I believe it's a, modern Sonic stage. I could be wrong about that, but I'm fairly certain that you played as modern Sonic. Yeah, here we go. With Amy's stage. And we have to take the leap together. Oh, so adorable. And Sonic looks so distraught in that picture. That's awesome. We're going to call her in to get a super high jump to get to the goal in time. And they give you ridiculous amounts of time to finish these challenge gates. If you want to get a good rank, of course, you're going to have to finish them fairly quickly. But to just, like, finish them in general, it's really, really not that hard at all. So, let's take the leap together, Amy. Let's do it as a couple. Oh, God. Ugh, I couldn't even finish that sentence. I'm sorry, everybody.
I'll help you jump higher with my Pico Pico hammer.
Oh, the Pico Pico hammer! Isn't that such an adorable name for a hammer? I never really knew it when I was a child, and I suppose that might be sinful of me as a Sonic fan or something like that, but the Pico Pico hammer, what a silly, comical name now that I think about it. Not really adorable in the slightest, but you know what? We're playing with Amy, and for those of you Amy fans out here, this one is for you. And, okay, so it looks like we have to smack it in that yellow range every single time. Simple enough. But, speaking of Amy, Sonic Boom is coming out sometime this year, I believe. And, yes, for those of you wondering, I am going to be doing a Let's Play of that game, hopefully as soon as possible, because it looks awesome to me. The character redesigns are a little bit jarring, but I'm sure after a little while, everybody's going to be used to them, and nobody's really going to complain all that much. But, Amy's gameplay actually really looks good in that game. Making her acrobatic and making her, like, a different style of more platforming based is a really good idea, I think, because for the longest time in the Sonic franchise, she could never really find her niche. It was like, okay, Amy has a hammer, what do we do with this now? And in Sonic Adventure, she was slow and a little bit boring to play with, and of course in Sonic 06, that was made 100 times worse, but, stuff like that. Amy's a pretty alright character, also introduced in Sonic CD, the game that I mentioned earlier this episode. Uh-oh. And she just gives him a little tap. Amy, what are you doing? Why are you even smacking Sonic around, man? Aren't you supposed to be in love with him or something? Oh, I know what it is. You're just hitting him with your hammer so you can smack his butt. Oh, you pervert, Amy. God, you are such a dog, you. Either way, like I was saying, Amy's gameplay in Sonic Boom is really promising looking, at least to me, and I think if that game is done right, it could be done, like, really well, and it could be absolutely amazing. It looks pretty good so far from all the trailers that I've seen. Okay, hold on. Timing, guys, is very hard. There we go, get on top of the staircase, and now we can continue on with our lives. Oop, more timing, and there we go. We actually did it that way, and we can stand on this block, and it looks like the end of the level is right there. Just missed the X rank, by which I mean I probably missed the S rank by infinity and a half seconds, but there we go, we completed a level with Amy Rose at our side. Begrudgingly or not, she was there. So, with that, we have completed all the challenge gates that we need to, and showed off the characters that we can play with so far. Maybe we can do one with Tails as well, but I think I'll save that for later. Maybe from now on I'll do, like, all the character challenges instead of just doing random challenges. I don't know. Tell me what you guys want in the comments down below. I am going to try to only do, like, three challenge gates or something, because I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time, and with that, we can unlock a portal to the next era. We can unlock the boss gate. There was a boss that we haven't beaten, and we are going to face him in the next episode of Sonic Generations. So thank you all very much for watching this episode, and I will see you guys next time when we face off with whatever mysterious boss this may be.